Hey guys! In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you lots of super fun but easy Christmas themed lunch ideas. I'm Jennifer with the Family Fudge and welcome to Bunches of Lunches. Now you guys, I've shared so many different kinds of Christmas themed lunches on this channel over the years, and some are definitely more elaborate than others. I'll go ahead and add a link to a huge playlist of ideas in the description box below for you guys. In today's video, I decided to really focus on school lunches that are on the more practical side, but that are still super festive. These lunches can be made with easy to find ingredients and be made quickly in the morning before school. Okay guys, I'm going to be making a Christmas tree inspired lunch. And for this Christmas tree sandwich, I decided to use some green bread. Now at my local Publix store, it's really easy for me to just order this bread already made. But if you can't get this at your regular store, you could definitely make it yourself, or just go ahead and use a regular white bread. That will work excellent too. So now I went ahead and cut out my little tree shape on both pieces. And you guys, the filling for the sandwich is going to be a little bit unexpected, but trust me, it is a delicious combination. I'm taking a little bit of this honey pecan cream cheese. This is a little bit sweet, but not over the top. And I'm gonna spread a good amount of this on both pieces of bread. And that part is really important because it's going to act as a barrier to the next ingredient. To give this sandwich some really good freshness and some crunch, I'm also going to add in some slices of green apple. Now the trick to this is to slice your apple as thinly as you can. That way it fits a lot better in your sandwich. The cream cheese on both pieces of bread is going to keep this apple from getting our bread soggy. So now what I like to do is layer my apples on my cutting board. Then I actually take this same cookie cutter that I used for my sandwich to cut out the apples. That way they are the perfect shape and size for the sandwich. Now I'm going to close this up, and what we're left with is a super delicious, definitely festive sandwich. Now you could leave this just as is, but to make this look even more like a Christmas tree, I'm going to take some mini M&Ms. And I'm going to use just about every color of M&M in here except for brown. I'm going to stick to just the bright colors. And I'm going to start placing them all over the top of the sandwich. And I'm just placing them first. And once I have them exactly where I want them, I'm going to gently but firmly press them into the bread. I definitely don't want to poke a hole in my sandwich, but pressing down the little M&M kind of keeps it from falling off. Now to top this tree, I'm going to take a little piece of carrot that I cut into a star shape. And I'm just adding a little bit of that cream cheese to the back of the carrot to act as glue so that this will stay at the top of my tree. And just so you guys get the idea, here is what the sandwich looks like if you use a regular bread. Now to go along with this sandwich, I'm also going to be adding in some fresh kiwi. I went ahead and peeled them and cut them, and I just love that vibrant green color. It looks so good in a Christmas themed lunchbox. Next, to make this extra special, I'm also going to sprinkle just a few little pomegranate seeds right on top. Now in the back of the lunchbox, I'm going to go ahead and add plenty of edamame. My kids love this stuff. And to add some Christmassy flair to the edamame, I'm going to top it with a few pieces of carrot that I just roughly cut into Christmas tree shapes. Now on the side of this lunch, I'm also going to add some of the holiday shaped goldfish crackers. These are so cute. In here you'll find little Christmas tree shapes and stocking shapes, but they really taste just like regular goldfish. And then for the sweet treat, I have something extra special. I picked these up at Trader Joe's, so they're good to go, quick and easy to throw into a lunchbox. These little cookies are filled with chocolate, drizzled with white chocolate, and have plenty of red sprinkles. Okay guys, so this next lunch is inspired by one of my favorite Christmas decorations, the Christmas gnome. Now if you guys saw my Christmas house tour, you'll know that I absolutely love these and I have them all over my house. Now I don't have a special cutter or anything to make a gnome sandwich, so I'm just going to be trying my best to eyeball this here. So I'm just starting with 2 pieces of regular bread, and I'm going to cut this into a basic triangle because most Christmas gnomes are basic triangle shape. Then for the sandwich, I'm going to be using salami and cheese. And I'm going to be using the bread as my guide as I cut my salami and my cheese to fit the sandwich. And you guys, for this sandwich, it's going to be a little bit different. After I add a little bit of mayo, I'm going to be adding a slice of cheese and salami inside the sandwich, and I have a slice of each for outside of the sandwich. And you guys, to get the beard shape for the gnome, I just took my kitchen scissors and kind of went around the edges of the cheese just like this. Now usually with a Christmas gnome you do not see his or her eyes, so I'm not going to worry about that. But for the nose, I decided to take some of the extra crust that I cut off of the sandwich and roll it into a little bread ball to form the nose. And check it out, you guys, this is such a cute little gnome sandwich. You guys will have to let me know in the comments down below if you are a fan of Christmas gnomes. Now for this lunch, I am sticking with the red and green fruit and veggie. Over here, I'm going to add in some whole strawberries. Of course, the shape of the strawberry is a lot like a gnome hat. And for the veggie, I'm going to be taking some sugar snap peas, which surprisingly my kids enjoy, and using a couple of these skewers, I'm going to add about 3 to 5 pieces onto each of them, and just like this. Now if you guys don't like sugar snap peas, you could also do the same thing with bell pepper, sweet peppers, or even apples. And there you have it, some cute little trees for our lunchbox. And I am going to decorate this lunchbox with a couple of gnome rings. I get asked about these all the time. These are actually meant for the top of a cupcake, but I like to add them into lunchboxes sometimes to add a lot of fun and color to the lunch. Next, I'm going to be combining the snack and the sweet treat by making some peanut butter Christmas crunch. For this, I'm going to be using some Chex cereal, some mini pretzels, and some roasted peanuts. And here's where it gets fun, you guys. I'm also going to be adding some Muddy Buddy mix. And then to put even more peanut butter in this, I'm also going to add in a few of these peanut butter M&Ms, followed by a handful of mini marshmallows. So as you can see, this is a sweet and savory mix. A lot of times you'll find recipes that are similar to this, but they also have you drizzle like white chocolate on there as well, but that gets really messy and more sweet than I need it to be, so I'm just going to leave it like this. So now I'm going to add some of this peanut butter Christmas crunch to the center of our lunchbox, and then that's all there is to this super cute gnome lunch. Now you guys, these lunchboxes are really just suggestions. Of course, if you have an older kid that needs more food, definitely put more food in their lunchbox. I'm making this particular lunch for my youngest kiddos, so they don't need quite as much. Okay guys, so next up I'm going to show you how to make a super simple but very adorable reindeer sandwich. And for this sandwich, I'm going to go ahead and start by making some egg salad. But you guys, if you don't like egg salad, you can pretty much make whatever kind of sandwich you want, and then I'll show you how to decorate the outside to look like a reindeer. Now in case you're wondering, I'm keeping this egg salad super simple. It's just hard-boiled eggs, of course, mayo, a little bit of onion powder, mustard, and salt and pepper. And I know my daughter Mackenzie is going to be super excited to see this sandwich because egg salad is her favorite. Okay guys, now you only need a few things to make the sandwich look like a reindeer. I'm going to cut 2 small circles out of cheese for the eyes. Next, I'm adding 2 slices of olive, and since this reindeer is Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, we have to give him a red nose. And you guys, if you don't like tomatoes, you can definitely use a raspberry instead. Now, last but not least, for his antlers, I'm just going to go ahead and add 2 pretzels right at the top. Now to go along with this lunch, I'm also going to be adding in some cucumber, again Mackenzie's favorite. And to go with the green, I'm also going to add some red raspberries. This is such a tasty combination. And then in the back of the lunchbox, I have just enough room for some delicious vanilla Greek yogurt. And right now, this is the one my kids are totally obsessed with. It is Greek yogurt, but it's not too tart. And you guys, to dress up this yogurt, I'm going to go ahead and add lots of Christmas sprinkles to the top. And because I can't decide on which sprinkles I want to use, I think I'll go ahead and use a little bit of all of them. Now you guys, last but not least, I'm also going to throw in a super simple but still really festive treat. I picked up these elf snacks from Sam's Club, but I've also seen similar treats at Target and at Walmart. I know a lot of kids love to see fruit snacks in their lunches, so these are really fun for Christmas. Next up, I'm going to show you a really easy way to dress up a brown bag lunch for Christmas. Now I know usually I like to use reusable lunch materials, but I also know that there are some schools right now that are requiring kids to bring lunches that are completely disposable. So for this lunch, I'm going to start with a very special sandwich, and I'm going to turn it into kind of a present. On one slice, I'm going to add peanut butter, and then on the other slice, I'm going to drizzle on a little bit of Nutella. I'll go ahead and spread that out, and then in between the peanut butter and Nutella, I'm going to add some slices of banana. And you guys, a little bit is a trick here. If you try to add too much banana, you're just gonna end up with a big old mess. So now I'm gonna go ahead and close up this sandwich and get it into a sandwich baggie. Now you guys, to make the sandwich baggie look like a present, I'm going to go ahead and take some wrapping ribbon that I had from last year. I'm going to wrap it around my little sandwich baggie like this. One going this direction and one going the other direction. And then last but not least, I'm going to go ahead and add a bow as well. So this sandwich really is going to be just like a present, and the person eating it is going to have to unwrap it first. Now moving on to the fruit. For this lunch, I decided to go with a cup of diced pears. These are the ones in 100% juice, no added sugar. And you guys, to dress this up, I'm going to take some of these sticky present labels that I had from last year as well. These are the ones that you actually stick on presents so you can write to and from, but they're actually a really easy and inexpensive way to dress up your disposable lunch. I'm just going to stick this right on the top of the fruit cup. Now to go along with this lunch, I also want to include some really festive crackers and some cheese. Now these Ritz crackers actually have a really cool snowflake design on the outside, and then this cheese, I got this at Aldi, and it is Gouda cheese, but it's already cut into little tree shapes. All I have to do is kind of break them apart. I think these are so cute. Now I don't want to put these in a bag together because then the cheese would get the crackers all soggy. So instead I'm going to use this press and seal wrap. So I'm just going to put down one sheet of this. I'll add my crackers on one side and my cheese on the other. Then I'll just go ahead and fold it over and press and seal. So I'm basically creating my own little bags. Then all I'm gonna do is fold it up so it can fit perfectly in my lunch bag. And now you guys, for the special treat, I'm gonna go ahead and add one of these festive Christmas brownies. And I kid you not, these have been selling out at a lot of the grocery stores near me. So I guess they're pretty popular. I'd say they're kind of like a cosmic brownie with the little chocolate candies on top, but of course these are just in a Christmas tree shape. So now I'm going to go ahead and load up my bag. I always like to add the heavier items on the bottom, lighter items on the top, and of course none of these things have to be refrigerated, so it's perfect for a brown bag lunch. And then for the bag itself, I do have one or two things I want to do to dress it up. I'm going to go ahead and fold the bag over once it's already filled, and I'm going to take my hole puncher and punch 2 holes at the top. Then I can go ahead and add one of these beautiful tags from Target. Again, these are just regular gift tags. I just love that these come in really fun, sort of kid-friendly design. So I'm gonna go with this adorable one right here. All I have to do is fish it through the little holes that I made and tie it around the back. And there you have it, guys. So even if your school requires a brown bag lunch, you can still do a few things to dress it up for Christmas. Now there really are so many more Christmas lunch ideas that I would love to share with you, but I'm just gonna go ahead and share 2 more for this video. First, I'm making an ornament sandwich. And for this, I am going to go ahead and use my red loaf of bread. When I ordered my green loaf, I also ordered a red loaf. But of course, you could just use regular bread too for this. And I'm also going to be using my Uncrustable maker. I got this off of Amazon. And again, if you don't have this, you can just go ahead and use a cookie cutter or even a large drinking glass. You can use that to cut out your circle. Now for this sandwich, I'm actually going to start by spreading a little bit of garden veggie cream cheese on both slices of bread. My kids love this garden vegetable cream cheese, and it's especially good in sandwiches. Next, I'm going to add just a little bit of the smoked turkey, not too much. The thing about these pocket sandwiches is that if you overfill them, they won't seal very well, and then your filling will fall out. Now, if you don't have one of these that crimps the edges, you can do that yourself by just taking a fork and pressing all the way around the edges to seal it. And now comes the fun part. I'm going to add a few things to the top of the sandwich to make it look like a Christmas ornament. Now, you can use any sort of ingredients you want. I like to use different color bell peppers, cucumbers, you could use onion, green onion, whatever you have. I'm going to add a little piece of cucumber at the top for the top of the ornament. And there you have it, guys. And then of course, if you've been watching me for a while, you'll know I am a big fan of the peekaboo sandwich, and there are so many different ways you can do this for Christmas. All you need are a few Christmas cookie cutters. For this sandwich, I'm going to go ahead and cut off the crust. Now for the filling of the sandwich, I'm just going to spread a little bit of peanut butter. Whenever you're making a peekaboo sandwich, you want to think about a sticky type filling. So peanut butter works, almond butter, Nutella, regular butter, cream cheese, things like that are perfect for a peekaboo sandwich. And then of course comes the fun part, the sprinkles. And since this is a snowflake design, I'm going to use the blue and white sprinkles. Now, if you enjoyed this video today, please give it a big thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in my next video.